Hey everybody, this is Kyle. Today I'm going to talk about my song, I'm Not Cool. And I couldn't have asked for a better prompt for a song than this one. So in this video, I'm going to talk about, I guess, kind of the challenge of writing a song that is very negative about yourself. And kind of generally dealing with negative stuff in life. Since I teach, I often am a person that people might come to for advice, especially, students and things. And, some of the stuff that I might say to them, I'll incorporate in this video. And then on Patreon, I'm going to reveal, is this song nonfiction or fiction? And I guess I'll differentiate the song, the content of the lyrics, and the prompt of the song. I'll do it like that. So let me know in the comments what you might think, and check out if anybody else does that too. One aspect of progressing through life, going day to day, month to month, and all that stuff, is you're going to deal with some negative things. Sometimes they happen all in your head. Sometimes there are outside forces that come to you, and that is part of living. Now, writing a song about yourself, I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking of Eminem in the movie 8 Mile. Writing a song where you're kind of taking bits and elements of yourself and just really brutally scrutinizing yourself in a way. It's not necessarily easy nor fun to do. Thinking about this song and things in general, dealing with negative stuff, like I mentioned earlier in this video. Here's what I came up with, and I was thinking about the last decade or two of my life. I had some things come up, and I didn't have something in my life, and so things became a lot more chaotic. The negative aspects became bigger than what they actually are. And I was thinking through, some of my personal history. Is like, well, what changed? What made them more manageable? And here's what I came up with. Oftentimes when you deal with something negative, something, and we'll talk about two different things here as examples. So let's say depression. And a lot of times depression, the way it works in your brain and the chemistry and stuff, is you hit a certain point, and by that point, you are low enough that it is so difficult to get that chemical balance for you to see other options besides depression. And that's why everything seems so dark and dismal and negative, whenever your brain is just chemically soaked in all these things that keep it in this negative state. So we'll take that situation, where you progress to somewhere and then it's hard to get out of the deep hole that you're in. And then something that kind of happens, well, we'll say somewhat unexpectedly. Like a year ago, my dad passing away. Even though, he was older, I knew it was going to happen soon. I was like, boom, that is a very serious thing that now I have to deal with. In both situations, if you sink down to a depressive state, you still have life, you have work, you have family, you might, be in a relationship, you have all these things going on that you still need to live through. Your life still continues to that next day. And here's what I was thinking about both situations that kind of helped me. This is part of the advice I would, give to a student, or, I don't really have any friends, but, if I had some friends that were asking me something, this is something I would suggest. Have a plan. Have something else that you do that gets you from day to day. For example, I have a job. I have a wife and stuff. And so these things, I'm going through life. Boom, boom, boom. Each day I get a little older and stuff like that. I also make music. I also have a creative outlet. I like to play nerdy games because I'm a nerdy person. And I was thinking, when I hit some stuff in life and I went into this depressive state, it was chaotic because I didn't have some of these things that I have now, this plan to give me something else to do. And having some extra thing to keep you from hitting some spiral, that really helped me. And so a song like this looking at different negative things and made me kind of see a meta level to all this stuff. And I mentioned unexpected stuff that happens, like a death in a family. When my dad passed away, it was on me to see through the arrangements, taking care of all his stuff, where he was living, a funeral service, etc., and having that plan of action, help move me forward. So now I'm going to change gears. So for the rest of this video that will be on Patreon, I'm going to talk about, is this song fiction or nonfiction? Because I talk about a lot as a songwriter how I create fiction. We'll find out if this song is different or not. So again, leave a comment. Check out what other people leave in the comments, and see what you're thinking on this particular song. And I will say it was a lot of fun finding old pictures for the music video. What I wish I could have done better with the music video is get times of me waking up where I wasn't necessarily camera ready and try to get those. It's just, since I wake up very early for my day job, it's hard to get footage when you're, it's like 5 in the morning and dark. Your camera doesn't pick up a lot of stuff. And I didn't want to stage those things. So I literally did sleep with my camera nearby. It's like, as I'm waking up, I'm grabbing it. And I tried to pick some things that weren't terribly flattering. Sometimes if the morning was especially dark, I turn on the light on a room and then kind of walk in. So, hold my camera here, walk in so then the light would hit me and things. And then all those old pictures and stuff, and a lot of those pictures have some stories behind them, but I will just leave it at that.